What does Remembrance Day mean for you?
Well, for me as a cadet, it means to remember all those who have, fought in wars, any conflict, not just this first or the Second World War or the Korean War.
Remembrance Day means soldiers fighting for the country to make sure the citizens are free and for freedom.
It means remembering all the people who have fought for us in all the many different wars and conflicts, remembering the sacrifice that many of them gave up their lives as young people for us.
We teenagers can remember all those people who passed away for us, who fought for our freedom.
Members of any armed forces who have died and fought for freedom or for whatever you believe in.
Remembrance Day as a whole, for me, it's a touchstone to what Canada is all about.
Remember the people who have fought and lost their lives in wars so that we can have freedom in our country, in Canada.
Those fallen soldiers and anybody that served, it's really the foundation of our country. It's something we're proud of. I think it's something that's really been the birth of our nation.
To look back on and appreciate the people who fought in the wars.
Welcome back to CSS News and welcome to our annual Remembrance Day ceremonies. I'm your host, Maddie Motika, and today we use this day to remember those who have died in the line of fire and those who continue to serve for our magnificent country. Now, many of you would ask, why November 11th? We use this particular day for remorse because it was the armistice, or in other words, the end of the First World War. We take this day not only to remember the soldiers who have died in the previous wars, but to remember the innocent civilian lives taken. The civilian death count in World War I reached 1 million civilians alone. People can be impacted by wars in many different ways, and contrary to popular belief, you don't need to be a soldier for war to impact you. We take this day to say thank you and to honor everyone who has been touched by war in some way. Now, we're going to take you over to St. Francis Catholic Secondary School to see what they are doing to honor our magnificent soldiers.
Flanders Fields by John McCrae. In Flanders Fields the poppies blow between the crosses row on row that mark our place, and in the sky the larks, still bravely singing, fly. Scarce heard amid the guns below, we are the dead, short days ago. We lived, fell dawn, saw sunset glow, loved and were loved, and now we lie in Flanders Fields. Take up our quarrel with the foe, to you from failing hands we throw. The torch be yours to hold it high, if ye break faith with us who die. We shall not sleep, though poppies grow in Flanders Fields.
Shipped out and numbered a dozen. Upon my return, we're 100 or so, from the coast and from the prairies. I bet they keep coming. Add one more name from Ontario and carry me home down the highway of heroes. People above with the flags flying low. Carry me softly down the highway of heroes. True patriot love, there was never more. I serve with distinction, no visions of glory. I serve without question, a personal gain. Seek no justification, it's not part of my story, and it offers no comfort to the ones who remain. Just carry me home down the highway of heroes. People above, the flags flying low. Carry me softly down the highway of heroes. True patriot love, there was never more.
What amazing things that particular school is doing for Remembrance Day this year. Now, please bow your heads in a moment of silence to honor the fallen soldiers. Remembrance Day is an amazing opportunity to reflect on those soldiers who have passed and those who are still serving right now, so we can be in this glorious country where a whole nation goes silent at the same time. Thank you for tuning in, and have a great day.
And do you have anyone specific that you remember this Remembrance Day?
Yeah, I have a number of uncles that fought in World War II.
Many uncles, great uncles who fought during the Second World War, and I remember one who was an artillery sergeant. He died in the field of battle up in the Western Front and after D-Day, and I remember him.
My grandfather, he died in Czechoslovakia during the Second World War in a tank, apparently, and so I like to remember him. Thank you.
He was quite a good man. To have him die was a big loss to my family at the time.
Okay.
And of course, I always remember my grandfather, who I was named after. He was in World War I in France, and then he was a career soldier as an older man in World War II.